Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the season finale of Smuggler's Blues. My name is Michael. Tonight, as usual, I'll be playing the role of Tazi, our intrepid smuggler slash pilot slash grump. Kaylee?
Is Grump like a new title for you?
No,
Is that
it's a
um,
specific. It's a new subclass,
Oh, okay. I was like, about time you spent some extra XP. Hey, this
right?
is Kaylee, and I will be playing our Jedi on the Run Corel. And welcome back. It's been a few weeks. It's been crazy with a bunch of conventions in the way, but we're here to bring you the best season 2 finale of Smuggler's Blues that we could possibly come up with in whatever amount of time we had. Chris?
Hello, everybody. This is Chris. I get to play as the GM, and the characters R3A1 and 11D4 are lovable droids that never cause any issues.
Yeah.
Never.
They're
They're
perfect.
always the. Yep.
We like them.
We need to roll the destiny pool.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we should do that. I'm gonna start with the dark side, of course.
Yeah, I actually got 2 light side for once.
Let's see here.
Michael, your
I'm
turn to
working
roll.
on it. I'm working
That
on it.
12-sided die with the
One dark side.
1 dark side. So we're 2 and 2.
Could be
We'll be
worse.
back in 2 and 2.
All right. So when we last left off, you guys were in the speckled womp rat,
Yep, that
the
sounds about
bar
right.
on Tatooine. Tazi had already had a few drinks.
Mhm.
D4 was quietly hiding in the corner, and Corell had walked in and recognized the human male bartender. You recognize his name is Jet OD.
Carell kind of walks in the door, sees Jet behind the bar, and freezes. Luckily for her, in kind of like a shadow. I'm gonna try and make a. What would that be? Skullduggery? Yeah. Just try and hide and or no stealth. That's what I'm looking
Elf.
at. I forgot what game I'm playing. I would like to make a stealth check to try and just kind of duck into the shadows before Jet can see me.
So
What
roll
would
a
it be?
stealth check. You're going to roll 1 red and 2 purple.
Okay. And I get those blue dice. I am actively not using the force for this. That that really sucks. That is a lot of advantages.
Mhm.
2, 4, 6, 8, so 5. 2 failures and 5 advantages.
Okay.
So I
Mhm.
want to say Curl doesn't hide very well. Um, but I'd like my advantages to be that it has been almost 15 to 20 years since Jet has seen Corel.
And what does Jet look like?
Uh,
Oh,
oh, you
go
on it,
ahead.
Chris?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Jet is he's a bear of a man. I mean, the guy is at least 6.5 feet tall. Uh, almost close to 2 meters tall. He is bulky, but kind of the bulk of somebody now who was like really into bodybuilding and like fitness, but looks like he's kind of let himself go a little bit. He's gray at the temples, a little bit of a receding hairline, but he's still got that hard look in his eyes that even the friendliest bartender face can't really hide from, at least from Carell. So he's got kind of like a mocha brown colored skin, and he is missing 3 fingers on his left hand. Because that's how he might remember Carell.
Okay. And you said like 15 years ago was the last time he saw you. So when Corell
Yeah.
was a kid.
Carell was still at the Jedi Temple before she left, and I think with Carell not realizing that she isn't hiding well. She gets like a cowl, like gets her cowl up real quick with her legoose tucked behind, so that'll kind of give her a little bit of cover. But
Okay.
and she'll walk over next to Tazi.
Okay. You're there.
Hey, Krill. Hey.
Don't use my name here. We're in public.
Hey, unfamiliar Twi'lek woman.
Tazi, you can't even remember our cover identities. How much of this have you had?
Just 2 containers.
Containers.
They're small.
Do a
They're
quick.
they're premixed cocktails.
Okay, I need to go back to the ship before this guy spots me. Play it easy, play it cool, and
Who,
meet
Jet?
me there. Tazi, are you trying to get me murdered?
Murdered? Why would Jet want to murder you?
Do you see his left hand? How he just has thumb and pointy finger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of me.
What'd you do with the rest of his fingers?
Will you keep it down?
Sorry. What did you do with the rest of his fingers?
Well, they may have been cut off, okay? And he doesn't. He has that rejection syndrome where he can't take cyberware.
Why'd you cut off his fingers? What did he do?
I can't. I'm not talking about it here. Just meet me back at the ship. And Carell will kind of turn and skulk out, probably unsuccessly, but she thinks she's doing okay.
All right.
Or will
If I
attempt
remember
to. Depends on if she gets stopped or not.
Right. If I remember correctly, Tazi did ask for a very strong drink the last time.
That is correct.
Perfect. So, while you're having that conversation, Tazi, why don't you roll let's say a discipline check to keep your voice down?
Great. What's the difficulty?
We're going to say it's going to be a hard difficulty,
Okay.
and the strength of the drink is going to throw in a black die.
All right. That is not looking promising. Well, the black die came up empty, so that's good. But I have 1 failure and 1 advantage.
Okay. What would you like the advantage to be? Is you're thinking your voice is quiet, but you're not being that quiet.
I think the advantage is that Tazi does not spill the drink he is holding.
All right. That's important for Tazi, as he already paid for the drink.
Actually,
Doesn't want to
we
pay for another
will
one.
use the advantage. I will pass a blue die onto Corell for her next roll,
All right.
which I'm
Roll
assuming
your
she'll
stealth
probably
check.
have to make pretty quick.
Hey, so you're trying to sneak out again, so roll that stealth check.
I'll take that extra blue die then. Considering that I rolled no successes last time, just all advantages. That's a little bit better. Still not great, but it's a little bit better. Two advantages.
Still no successes, though?
But no failures this time.
Still no successes.
But no failures. Two
This game
advantages.
still counts as a failure.
I don't care.
All right. As you're heading out, you happen to peek over real quick at the bar, and you see Jet does spot you. Kind of turns and looks at you funny. Then turns down and looks at his hand, and then kind of shakes his head no, and then looks back at you and follows you as you leave.
Like
his eyes
follows.
follow as you
Okay,
leave.
there we go. Thank you.
and you exit the bar. Tazi, what are you going to do in the bar?
Tassi's gonna finish the drink that is being brought to him, the strong drink. So
Okay.
I don't think he had actually gotten it yet before Carell came in.
I think he had one because I think we had the whole.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yes, he did have the one. You're right. He did have
Yeah.
one. So
And then
I'll have
did
one
you order
more.
it? All right. You order it up. Jet walks over,
Hey,
slides the
man,
drink.
you mind? I'm sorry. Jed, is it right? Jed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I ask? I noticed you got a little pointer and thumb situation there going on. Can I ask about that? Like what that's about? What happened there?
Years ago, I was a Republic security officer detailed to helping some Padawans go on a mission. Um, one of them was a little moody and a little angsty, and well, one thing led to another, and well, randomly her lightsaber ignited, and well, this is the end result.
So it was an accident.
That's how the report was listed.
Well, you said randomly the lightsaber lit. It was random. Like it was an accident, right?
That's how they wrote the report up. So
What? I mean, you said the report, but I mean, you were there. It was
yeah, well,
your digits. What happened?
have you ever met a Force user that is very strong-willed and sometimes loses their temper?
No, I can't say I'm familiar. Do I need to roll a deception check?
Yes, yes, that's what I was
Crap.
just about to say.
Oh, I'm actually really good at deception. That's good.
Do you
All right.
need to roll a deception check? Jeez.
And we forgot to mention, if anybody donates money tonight, it's going to the ACLU Foundation. And I might say this wrong, but Zach's just donated $25. So thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you, Zax.
much.
Zax is a good friend of mine who plays in my Monday game. So Shane, thank you for donating. We appreciate that.
Nice. Thank you. Make it one red and
Okay.
two purple. Throw in a
Two
black
purple.
die because that drink is not helping you.
Well, I have a number of skills that negate black die for my deception, so I'm going to negate that black die.
All right, fair enough.
Sweet. Oh, that is a yeah. Uh, what's the opposite of a triumph again?
It's
That's
called a despair.
despair.
Yeah, that's a despair. Yeah. Um, but I did still with the
Hmm.
despair. I still have one success and one advantage.
All right, perfect. So the despair, I think as soon as you go, no, no, I don't know what you're talking about, you have a moment of a little flashback of the last time you and Carell had an argument over something you thought would be minor, but turned into a full blown argument about.
Are we doing a flashback then?
I mean, if you guys want to, or you can just role play that you had a little flashback moment.
Michael,
What
Kaylee,
does that say?
do
Oh,
you
sorry.
want to do it?
I feel like that's not a question we should talk about here.
That's a good answer. That's fair.
If you would you like to flashback an argument, Kaylee? Would you think that'd be fun?
Well, I will let you continue with your scene.
Okay.
All right. So it kind of shakes you for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically just means the next time you have to roll a die in this scene, you're going to have to upgrade the difficulty.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, sorry. Somebody said the chat window needs to be refreshed, but I think they got fixed. All right.
It
He
did.
he looks over at you and just says, I'm sorry. Was there more questions you have? It's
No, it's
been
just
a long day.
yeah, you know what, I get you. You're right. It has been a really long day. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up maybe a bad memory. Um, not that losing your fingers is ever a good memory, but I'm sorry about the bad memory. Yeah. So yeah, I'm good. We're good. No questions.
All right. Well, here's your drink, and he slides the drink in front of you.
Hmm.
Enjoy. It's my specialty.
What's it called again?
The jet fire.
Jetfire. Got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. And
You're welcome.
Tazi takes a sip.
It's strong.
Still just as potent as the last one, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you're getting used to it. You've
Right.
had a
And
couple of them.
there's a there is like Tazi takes a sip, he takes another one, and then like he looks at the little chronometer on the wall, and he just downs the drink real quick, and then throws a credit chip on the counter, and heads out to meet Corral.
All right, perfect. Roll a quick hard resilience check.
Great. Resilience. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's not great. It's
Oh,
not great. Cool. Da-da-da. Is this to see if he can stand?
let's see how hard the alcohol hit you.
Okay. That is literally a wash. 3 successes, 3 failures, 3 advantages. No, wait. No, sorry. 3 successes, 3 failures, 1 threat, 1 advantage. Everything's a wash.
Nice. When you stand up, the room is spinning pretty good.
Okay.
These drinks were very strong, and you drank them very quick.
Yeah.
And haven't had a lot to eat today, so
Tazi's pretty experienced at this particular feeling, but I still feel like he definitely moves slowly to move out of the bar. Like he's not just like standing up and striding out. Like it's definitely like a much more relaxed cadence to his walk. Very purposeful,
yep.
as if he's really trying to put one foot in front of the other.
All right, perfect. Let's make one more check. Make a hard coordination check.
Okay.
As
This is
those of
actually
us that have
this is
been
really
there in
good.
real life know that this is not easy to do.
Tazi's coordination is 1 yellow and 4 green, so this should be much better.
Now that you've said that, you've doomed yourself.
No, I didn't actually. This is good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 successes, 1 advantage.
All right, perfect. You walking in a fairly straight line. You avoid
Mhm.
any tables. You don't step on anybody's feet. You don't bump into anybody. You don't show
Does
how
does
hammered you
Tazi
are.
manage to avoid imperial entanglements on his way across town to the docking bay?
Yeah, there's not a huge Imperial presence on Tatooine. Currently, it's hut space. So the Imperials only come here if they have to.
Good.
Currently, there's no reason for them to be there. So,
Yeah, there might be some in Moss Isley, but we're not there. If I remember correctly, aren't we in Moss Espa?
Yes, we are in Mos
I think
Espa.
so. Yep.
All right.
All right. So you get
Tazi
back to the ship.
makes his way back to the loading bay.
All right. You make your way back. The parts were already delivered. A1 had already started on some of the repairs.
Corell
Corell, were
is
you headed?
pacing. Corell is pacing in front of the loading ramp.
Okay. You see a staggering Tazi walking up.
Hey, hey there, unnamed Twi'lek woman.
Hello, Tazi.
Oh,
And
so I can
she
use
lifts
your.
up. She lifts up her comm. A1, can you? Are we? How long until we're ready to lift off?
I mean, technically we leave now, but that
All
was
right.
Still
Get
in the
us prepped to
process
get
of
in the
fixing a
air.
few things.
We may be in some trouble here. And
Really?
Ozzy's
That's new.
a little, he's a little tozzy. He just came from the bar.
So wait,
Hey, it's been a minute. Hey, you know,
we might be in trouble, and Tazi's drunk.
It's not actually, those two aren't really super related. I might be in trouble, but also Tazi is drunk, yes. And
So
there's a
you might
loft
have brought
cat
trouble
here.
to the. So you might have brought trouble to the ship. Tazi's drunk. Wow, these are experiences I've never had before.
I see your sarcasm subprocessor's back online. Good for you.
It never ended. Never stopped working.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Right.
Can you please get the ship ready to go?
Yeah, working on it.
We got to go pick up our drop pod and find someplace not here to be.
All right.
And Curl like walks over and grabs Tazi's like arm and is like trying to escort him quicker onto the ship. Okay, Tazi, let's get you onto the ship
and
and we'll
so
handle the takeoff and you can just go and do Tazi things in the ship.
so I talked to Jet about the hand thing.
Why did you
No, I just asked him what happened. I didn't say anything. I didn't mention your name. I didn't say, hey, I know the person that took your fingers.
Curl kind
But
of
I
looks up at the sky like asking the force for patience.
but I did ask. I asked Jet. I asked Jet about his fingers.
Okay.
I said, Jet, what happened?
Okay.
What happened to your? I
Uh,
said, you got a
that's
thumb and you thumb and a pointer there. What's going on?
that yeah, okay. Sounds like you had a great conversation with somebody that probably wants me
He
dead.
he
That's
said, yeah,
great.
he said, you know what happens when a force user loses their temper, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Do you know what happens when a force user loses their temper, Tazi?
apparently, the force user cuts off 3 fingers.
That's not how it happened, and you still have all your fingers, don't you?
I mean, yeah. As far as and the Tazi holds up his hand and he's like slow counting. 1, 2, well, 1,
Three comes
2,
after two.
3.
There you go.
Oh yeah, they're all there.
Okay, and you were born with those, right?
Yeah, I'm not down to a pointer and a thumb like our friend Jet is.
He's not our friend. Okay, why don't you go hit the fresher a little bit and we'll get the ship in the air?
Are we done here then? Are we done
Oh,
on El Cespa?
We're very done here
We're done.
now.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna
We
go.
don't want to come back. That's
I'm
the
gonna
way it
go.
is.
And Tazi steps to the ramp and doesn't step up, so he just literally goes face down on the ramp.
Is he unconscious?
No, he just goes. He
Oh,
face plants.
oh, Tazi. And Curl will reach down to help you up.
As you're doing that, your comms go off, both of you.
As Curl's half picking him up, she like her grabs for her comm and drops him face down back onto the thing. Who's hello?
Hello. I believe we're about to have company. I'm
Okay,
following
it's D4. Okay,
16 yes, I'm following 16 armed men that seem to be heading towards the ship.
can you get here before they do? We're about to take off.
I can try, but they are in between me and them, or me and you.
All right, get back to the ship as quick as you can. I'll try and draw them off. Tazi's face down on the ramp.
Like at that second, the
Very
comm
well.
breaks in, and you see Tazi is like fumbling with his comm. He's like, "Go for Tazi."
Whoops.
And Carell like runs for the entrance. So like to try and intercept the group. And then out into the street.
Okay. D4, you told him to try to get past them, so he's going to make an athletics check.
I was hoping he'd go around, but through is good too.
Well, he's got to get a
It was good.
past
Yeah,
him,
sure.
however you want to say
Through
it.
is absolutely fine. I mean, distraction in the front, distraction in the rear.
Kansas. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of
Wow.
failures. That's a lot of failures. A second later, Corral, your comm goes off again. Well, a couple of minutes later, I should say.
Okay. Krell's probably a little busy at that point trying to draw aggro away from the ship.
Oh, you're not okay.
I'm
So you were
trying to.
heading
Are
out
you
that way?
trying to kite the enemies?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to basically draw them off so D4 has a chance to get to the ship, and then double back so I can get to the ship.
Okay. D4 rolled 3 failures on his athletics check.
Oh boy.
Um,
How many drinks
yeah,
did
so
he have?
Oh boy.
none.
Oof.
None. But his athletics is not great. Not that great. He's a droid after all. Push-ups don't work for him too well. So you're trying to kite them away. What's Tazi doing?
Tazi's still trying to get his feet on the ramp.
Okay. Make a coordination check.
Right.
Hard coordination check again.
It's a bunch of successes.
All right. So you manage to get back to your feet. You're on the loading ramp.
Ugh,
Krell's
okay.
off trying to
All right.
gather their attention. A1 starting up the ship, and you're not sure what D4 is doing.
All right. Tazi makes his way up the ramp, stumbles into the medical bay for a second, and just kind of like looking through. He's like pawing through the stuff on the tables and the cabinet, looking for what looks like what might be a stim.
Oh, you know where they are. D4 keeps them right out there for you.
Oh, that's right.
This isn't the first game he's played.
So Tazi grabs himself a stim.
All right. You give yourself a little
Yep,
adrenaline boost.
a little boost,
I'm sure
a little clear the head, as it were.
clears your head a little bit. Corral, you see there are 4 groups of 4 men and women of various species heading towards the ship, all of them carrying blasters and all pointing to the ship, and you see them heading straight at you. D4, you see him trying to weave in between them, but they are cutting him off. They haven't noticed him because he had a couple advantages, but he's not able to get past them.
All right. I'm going to try and, well, while remaining as much in cover as I can, get myself noticed.
Okay. You're going to scream, holler.
I think I'm gonna like kind of pop my head up and like from their kind of their flank and be like, "Can we help any of you?" And the minute I see a gun pointing towards me, I duck back into cover and then take off.
As soon as you say, can I help one of you? One of them yells, yeah, we're here for revenge.
I don't know that person.
And they pull their guns up and start pointing them at you.
Cover and
Let's
go
roll.
down an alley and start running.
All right, you're going to run away. Let's roll some initiative then.
Yeah. It's
I got to roll
chasing.
D4s. I forgot to roll D4s.
And a green. Oh, excuse me. And a blue. Ooh, that's pretty good.
All right, what'd you get?
6 successes and 2 advantages.
All right. What did you roll, sir?
Michael, that's you.
Oh, I didn't think Tazi was actually involved in this part of the fight because he's on the ship.
Roll initiative. We'll get you in the order.
All right, all right. And boop.
That's true. It
One,
is nice that they're
two,
so direct.
three. 3 successes, 3 advantages.
Write down the order real quick. All right. So it's PC1. So, Corell, you said you're running?
Yep.
All right. Make an
It-
athletics check. It's going to be
And
against
unless they
the,
shoot at me, I'm not going to return fire at this point. I'm just trying to
Okay.
run and dodge and tip things over so they have to jump. The normal Star Wars tropes of how
Okay.
a chase scene works.
All right. So you're going to roll against their athletics, which is going to be 2 red and a purple. Because they're still a minion group.
That's true.
There's 4 minion groups.
I have 3 advantages.
Okay. So they're keeping up with you. What would you like the advantage to be?
I think the advantage is I'm knocking enough stuff over and causing enough chaos. Like people are, I'm bumping into people and then they're turning, kind of getting in the way, so they don't get if they try and take a shot on me, they're gonna have black dice, setback dice.
Okay. Technically, it's the next PC. You want Tazi to take that, or you want D4 to take it?
Let's do D4. He's got D4 still kind of in the mix there. Tazi is still on the ship effectively. So
D4 heard what they said. He is going to jump right behind this minion group. And he heard exactly what they say, so he's not hesitating at all. As he jumps right into the fray. Ooh, that's nice. So D4 leaps forward, pops his vibro sword out, opens up his palm so the light blaster pistol's there. He got a triumph and 1 advantage because he fires the blaster pistol into the first guy, taking him out, and stabs into the second guy. And he takes 2 of them out with his damage. It is now one of their group's turn. That is going to be the group the D4 just jumped into. And they're going to return fire at him as they step away, and they're going to fire back. There's only 2 left. This is going to hurt because D4 is in short range and has no defense. Two successes on him, so D4 takes 8 wounds. All right. Next PC, so Tazi, you now hear blaster fire.
all right.
Probably long range from you.
Yeah. Tazi's going to try and make his way down the ramp and toward the blaster fire. I don't think we're in a position where we can use the ship to do anything to help out really right now. So
Okay. If you do take a move, then spend 2 strain to take a second move, you can get in medium range and you could fire away.
all right, I think I'll do
Otherwise,
that
you'd
then.
have to. Perfect.
Take that
Take
strain.
2 strain, please. So you come around the corner and you see D4 is currently engaged with 2. He's got 2 that are laying at his feet, and there's 3 more groups of 4 that are heading straight towards Corel.
I'll open fire on one of the groups that's heading toward Corel.
Okay. We'll say this group. So you are medium range, so your base is going to be 2 purple, and they have a defense of 2. So 2 purple and 2 black dice.
Thank you. These guys have not acted yet, correct?
Correct.
Cool. Where's that skill? Which one is it? Downside of playing characters like this is that we have a lot of abilities. Where is it?
While Michael's looking at his sheet, please just remember if you make any donations, they do go to the ACLU Foundation through Rook and Rasp.
I have 4 ranks in Quick Strike.
Okay.
I get to add 4 blue dice to this roll since these guys have not gone yet.
Perfect. Fire away.
You said 2 black die and 2 purple.
Yep.
4 blue die. See how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Well, there's a triumph. Let's see. 1, 5 successes.
Nice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 6 advantages. So I will definitely activate my crit.
All right. Since these are minions, a crit automatically gets rid of one of them.
How many successes with that? That was 6 successes. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So 8. That's going to be that'll be 13 damage.
Okay. That takes out a second one.
I think that's it for that chat.
All right.
Yep, that's it for
Sweet.
that one.
Perfect. It is their turn. So there's 2 left on you, Tazi. They're going to return fire. What is your range defense?
Ah. 1.
Better than D4s. They fire a barrage of shots back at you.
Pew pew. Pew pew.
Well, they did get 1 success.
All right.
You're going to take 7 wounds minus your soak.
All right. So I'll take 3 wounds.
Perfect. The next ones, the next 2 are going to fire at you, Corel. What is your ranged defense?
Range defense of 1.
And they moved up there. That group is moving up into short range with you. That's better. 3 successes and 2 advantages. So 9 wounds. And you're going to take a black die in your next attack roll.
Okay.
The last group is focused on you, Corel.
All right.
Same roll. Another 3 successes, so 9 wounds, but they did not get any advantages or threats.
Yeah, as Curl's running down, they get a couple. Did you get the black dice for the people in the way? Okay.
Yes.
As Carol's kind of running down, she's hearing the gunshots and slows down just enough to take a couple shots in the back. And that basically brings her to a halt. And when it's my turn, I'm going to turn around and engage.
At top of the round, so PC1. Who'd like to go first?
That would be me, please.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to, since we're in short range, I'm going to use my maneuver to move into melee range. And as a
You can get into melee range with one of the groups of 4.
okay, that's fine. I'm going to attack with my electro staff.
Okay.
That's going to be 2. Do they have a melee defense?
2.
So that is 2 black dice then?
Correct. Yep. So
Okay.
2 purple and 2 black dice.
Okay. It's been a while. Got that, got that. That's what I need. Those dice there. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. Okay, so that takes that away. That takes that away. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 5 successes and 2 advantages, which is not enough for a critical, but that's 12 damage. Pierce 2, by the way.
Okay, so one of them goes down. He seems to be unconscious.
All right, yeah, Curl wades into them with her electro staff, both ends of it like sparking with blue electricity, slams it into the chest of one, and then takes a swing at another one, kind of just making him duck back a little bit.
Perfect. Next PC. Tazi, you want to go or you want D4 to go?
We'll let D4 go again. Why not?
All right. D4 is going to continue with the same
You have-
thing he
you
did
have-
last turn.
You have 2 people in this combat, Chris, so we'll break you up.
All right. D4 is going to continue with his Vibrosword and Light Blaster Pistol combo. Ooh, Jesus. All right, 1 failure and 2 advantages. So he is going to give them a black die because he does not want to get hit back. And it's the group that's attacking him is going to attack him back. And they succeed with 2 successes. So hit for another 8 damage minus his soak. All right, Tazi, you're up.
All right. We're going to repeat the last attack. We have all the groups have acted now, correct?
Correct.
All right. So no more bonuses that way. We'll take the blue die out. Same difficulty, Chris?
Correct. Unless you want to move up to short range.
Um, is there cover within short range?
Nope.
Okay. Then he'll stay at medium. He'll stay at medium.
Okay. Well, I guess let me rephrase that. Would you like there to be cover at short range?
I mean, we are essentially on a street right now that's approaching the docking bay, right?
Correct.
So yeah, we'll say that
Okay.
there's a number of there's a number of parked vehicles there. I'll spend a light side point for
All
there
right.
to be plenty of cover on this somewhat busy street
Okay.
that has
So you
likely
can move.
been that's likely been cleared of cleared of civilians by all the gunfire. But yeah,
Right.
all right,
Right. You can move behind a speeder.
yeah, I'll move up to short range then.
All right.
Difficulty drops.
Yep. 1 purple, 2 black.
All right, another triumph. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 successes with the triumph, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 advantages, which is enough to trigger the crit.
All right. So what's your damage total?
And the damage is going to be 9, no, 18. 18.
Okay. That's just enough to take out the last 2. So what would you like to do with your triumph and your advantages?
Let's see. With the triumph, let me look real quick. For as long as we played this, you'd think I'd have it memorized, but I don't.
You could upgrade somebody's dice,
Could
increase the
do that.
difficulty for somebody.
Interject like a major plot point or something like that, like basically spending a light side or a dark side point.
Yeah.
Um, I will. Well, there's no other combatants left, right? This is the last 2
In that group.
in that
There's
group.
still
Okay, yeah.
3 other
Then I
groups.
will. Then I will pass a die upgrade to, well, to the next PC, which would be A1, I believe.
A1's getting the ship ready.
It'd be
Oh, I thought.
D4.
Oh,
It'd either be D4 or Corral because both of
okay.
them have acted already this
We'll,
round.
we'll,
So
we'll pass
Right.
it to We'll pass it to Corell then.
Perfect. Would you like to do with your 3 advantages?
And I'll give blue dice to Corell and to A1. Sorry, to D4.
D4.
And
I
Okay.
just want to give A1 things.
I mean, I do. It's a fun little droid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first group that's on you, Corral.
Okay.
They are. That's the group you moved into melee with. They all
Yep.
pull out vibro knives and try to stab at you.
Ooh, okay. Well,
Do you have a melee defense?
I have a melee defense of 1, and I will be using no, nope, can't do that. That doesn't work. Although it may not be something I really need to worry about soon. Is it that? I'll spend a strain to do the defensive stance. Suffer a number. Oh no, I can't do that. I'm gonna dodge then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend
Dodge.
2 strain, so that will upgrade the difficulty check by 2.
All right. They all stab at you. See how it goes. Not well for them. Is two failures and 2 advantages for them. So they're going to give a blue die to the next group, which is the other group that's coming at you. But they're going to shoot at you, which they know is going to increase their difficulty. What's your range defense?
It's also a 1, and dodge apparently still does work.
Okay.
I think it works. It's been a while. We've been playing this game for almost 10 years. You'd think I'd know how dodge works by now. I mean, I feel like I'm just dodging.
Okay.
It says it's an OOT incidental. I'll just spend 2 more strain, and then I won't have to worry about it.
So that totals out to 3 failures and 2 advantages. So they miss, but Krell, you're going to get a black die on your next action. And it is to the top of the round. Who likes to go first?
I will continue to do
Yes.
it.
Yes, I believe.
I can go. That would. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I'd say continue let's continue our order at the moment.
Okay.
All right.
So there's two
Don't
minion
forget
groups.
your-
One is a 3, one is a 4. Correct.
Correct. The one
Okay.
that's in melee with you has 3 left. Then there's another group of 4. Don't forget you have a upgrade and a blue die.
Yep. So that green becomes a yellow, and then that becomes a blue. And that's going to be against 3 purples. I basically I almost ignore the people in melee this round,
Yeah.
although I am going to use my maneuver to
Aim.
no,
Oh.
to affect a defensive stance, which I'll do right after this attack. I basically use the force and look at the other group, and there's like these waves of like menace coming off of Corella. She just stares at them. I'm using dear God, I'm having a really rough day because I just closed that PDF by accident. I'm using Fear of the Shadows. So I'm going to
Okay.
make a hard deception check to force a single minion group or rival to flee the encounter.
Okay.
Run or die. Or sorry. Run or die. That's a really good time to roll a triumph. Thank you. Did I actually get successes? A triumph and a threat. So a triumph, a success, and a threat.
Okay. All right. So the threat, I will give them a blue die. So which group are you having run? The one
The
that's
4.
currently engaged with you?
No,
Okay.
the 4. I ignored the group that's currently engaged with me. However, with my triumph, they get enough of the effect that it kind of shakes them a little bit, and I'm going to upgrade the difficulty of their next attack, which also will be. So that will be 1. So that'll upgrade the difficulty of their attack by 2.
All right. Next PC. Want to go with D4 again?
Yep. Yes, please.
He is rinsing and repeating. Vibral sword flashing, blaster firing. That's better. But he fails, but with a triumph. Oh, I forgot to roll his blue die. Still fails with a triumph. He's going to
No.
upgrade their difficulty. And it is their turn. They're going to attack him back. There's 2 left. Okay. So they got a triumph with 2 successes. He's going to take 8 more, and they're going to kick in a crit. Let me
Ooh.
get to the chart.
Get to the chart.
Percentile dice.
Get to the chart.
The chart to the chart to the chart.
I rolled a 98.
Oh! Ow.
They fire even. His right side, we watch his both of his arms take blaster shots, and they fall limp to his side. So he loses his vibro sword attack, as that arm seems inoperable. Does he? There is a group that's currently shooting D4 quite a lot, and there's a group that seems to be missing Corral lately. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, we're gonna focus fire on the group that is shooting D4 a lot.
Perfect. Short range, their defense is 2, so 1 purple, 2 black dice.
Two, three, four, 5. 4 successes. No triumphs this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. So, and 3 advantages. So, 4 successes, 3 advantages, which triggers the crit. Damage is going to be 17 with a crit.
Okay. So if you kick the crit in, you'll eliminate 1 automatically,
Mhm.
and the damage would be enough to take the second one out.
All right, let's do that. Another series of blaster shots from Tazi into the group that's targeting D4.
And the group that's going against you, Corral, they're going
Okay.
to try to stab you again.
Yeah, alrighty.
Automatically have to do that and that. Anything else that you're going to do? Because you already took the defensive stance, right?
Right.
Perfect. Oh, it's nice to see.
Nice to see for
Only
you or for me? I mean,
a little column A, a little column B. They got 3
oh,
successes, so 7 damage. And the vibro
okay.
knives
Does that
are
have
a pierce
pierce?
2. Yep,
Ugh.
pierce 2.
Still take another 3. Okay.
And we are back to the top. There's only 2 left.
All right. There should be 3 left.
That's what I meant.
Okay,
There's the group on you with 3 left.
that's what I thought you meant. Okay. I will continue my attack with the electro staff. If I remember correctly, it's 2 purple and 2 black because they have defense.
Yep.
Missing a black die. There it is. Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm missing a die. I think I'm going to spend a light side point also to get an extra die on the attack.
All right. Last one.
That was, I mean, I couldn't have triumphed on that, but I'm going to say that the light side point definitely gave that to me. That cancels that. That is 2 successes, 3 advantages, and a triumph.
All right.
So that is going to be a grand total of 10 damage plus a critical and a triumph. Is 10 enough to
Okay.
take one of them out?
Just enough.
Okay.
So if you use
So
the
I think Carell kind of turns back to the group, looks at them, and kind of does a head nod towards where their buddies are running. It's like, you should have left too. And with a figure 8, like one of the basic maneuvers that she learned early on at the temple, she just wades into them, like knocking one of their vibro swords down, coming back across with the other end of the staff, hitting one in the temple, knocking another one completely out, sending teeth flying across the alley, and the third one she just backhands with her actual hand, and he goes flying against the wall too, and then they all end up in a pile on the ground. And then she turns and runs towards the blaster fire.
perfect. That's all of them. You turn and see D4 has watched as Tazi dispatched the ones that were left around him. He turns and starts heading towards the. Actually, he starts heading towards Tazi. Tazi, what are you doing?
And who's left?
Nobody.
Just Corell and D4.
Krell and D4, yeah. And then Tazi kind of staggers over. He's still coming out of the stim helped clearly, but he's still a little bit tipsy.
Okay. You come out of that and you
Was
look
was
and
What was that
See
all?
those
What
guys?
was that all about?
Corell ignores Tazi for the minute, and Tazi, as Corell kind of brushes by you to go to D4 and try and like help him towards the ship because he's obviously badly hurt. You can see that there are two blaster like score marks on the back of her tunic, like one right below her neck, and the other one just above her, like grazed her leku and hit her left shoulder blade. And so she kind of tucks her right side under D4 and starts helping him towards the ship.
Uh, what? Oh, okay. And Tazi will try to assist.
Okay. You guys can help D4 back. As you go to assist, you notice that the right two arms seem to be not functioning currently. And he nods as you guys help him, and he keeps moving towards the ship as fast as he can. His legs are working fine. He's just a little dinged.
And speaking of a little dinged, just a reminder that any donations to the stream tonight, for those of you at the live stream, are going to support the ACLU Foundation. So far, we've had $25 in donations, and we appreciate everything you guys are doing. It's a very important time right now, and the ACLU can use all the help they can get. So thank you guys very much.
All right, you guys get back to the ship. You can hear the engines are running. And you get to the edge of the ship, and A1 standing at the top of the loading ramp. What happened to you guys?
Well, there's somebody that I pissed off about 20 years ago. He sent a bunch of people after us. D4 got shot a lot. I got shot a couple times. They're all laying in various parts and pieces in the street, and we need to get out of here before the guy sends more people. D4 is hurt pretty bad though, so he's gonna need your help.
All right. Well, we'll fix that once we get into space.
Yep. Thanks for getting ready, little buddy. And I'll continue to helping D4 towards the med bay.
For a second, A1 looks confused, looks at Corral, and then looks back at Tazi, then looks at Corral, and then kind of shakes his dome, and then turns and heads back towards the cockpit.
Tazi
going.
Tazi continues to assist in getting D4 up onto the ship, and then once we're on the ship, Tazi will also head to the cockpit.
All right. As you get to the cockpit, you can feel the engines engage as A1's taking the ship into orbit.
You need any help, little buddy?
You should drop into the turret in case they send any ships after us.
Yeah, sure. And Tazi gets up and walks out back into the hallway and then drops into the turret compartment, slams the door shut.
And you watch as Tatooine disappears into the distance. And once you're into orbit, A1 taps on the turret pod, the door, I mean. Where are we going?
I don't know. We were leaving because Krell said we had to leave, so I mean, maybe ask her.
A1 rolls to the back.
I'm attempting to make a mechanics check on D4.
All right. Look up the repairs. It's just to heal his wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just roll a straight mechanics check.
Difficulty.
I don't think there is one. I think it's just each success you get heals him. Hold on, I'm getting to that page. Been a while since we had anybody this hurt.
Oh, Stevie.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Stevie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he was disarmed in the combat, so I guess he does need a
Uh,
couple hands. Hand
Uh,
up, hand down. I don't know.
oh, nope. It is. So your difficulty is average,
Okay.
because it did exceed half of his wounds.
All my dice just jumped out of its pod, so let's try that again. Thanks, dice. I appreciate you being blank. That is a single failure. So I'm gonna say that the damage is just too. It's too great for Carell's. Carell's good with the ship. She's not good with the small microelectronics that is a droid. So she's gonna need probably A1's help on that. So she's like, "I'm sorry, D4. This is really beyond what I can do. But on the bright side, you're not leaking oil anymore."
I appreciate the assistance. Perhaps
And
we can try again later.
well, I think we're gonna have A1 kind of take control. He's got the fine manipulators for this. I'm good at welding things, and I don't think you really want me welding your arms back on.
That is correct.
All
I
right.
do appreciate that.
Well, I don't hear any shots hitting the ship, so I guess we're safe. I'm gonna go find out what's going on.
Very well.
I'll send A1 back in a minute. And Corell will head up towards the cockpit.
All right. As you're walking up, A1's rolling back towards you.
Oh, hey, just who I was looking for.
Oh, you found me.
Yeah, I mean, they figured you'd be in the cockpit. Anyway,
Hey, wait. I was looking for you.
well,
I found you.
you found me. Good
Where are we
job.
going?
Well, I think you were coming to find me. I was heading towards the cockpit to find you. I need you to look at D4 though. The damage he took is too much for me. I mean, I can keep it from getting worse, but unless you want me to like weld a hull plate to his arm, I'm probably not the right person to do fine micro miniature repairs. So could you take a look at him?
Sure.
And I can help if you want. What's the status of the ship?
Orbiting the planet, because I don't know where we're going. Nobody
Ah,
told me where to go. They just said leave.
well, I mean, they can't shoot us here, so hopefully, I mean, they need ships, so I mean, hopefully
Right.
we have some time. We got to figure out where we're going next at this point. Oh, I know where we're going. Nar Shaddaa. Remember,
Home?
we need to pick up our pod.
Oh, we're picking it up. Oh, yeah, you're right.
We dropped the one
Alright.
here. We got to go pick up our original. So I will go get us going to Nar Shaddaa. Where's Tazi?
He's in that turret in case any ship came by.
I mean, that's a pretty good thought. I'll go head us towards Nar Shaddaa then.
All right, good. Do you think it was a good idea for me to ask him to go there? You said he was drunk. I didn't want to tell him just to go away.
No, I think it's probably a good idea. Tazi's. I overreacted a little bit. Tazi's still a very, very, very good pilot. He's got a lot of skills even when he's drunk. I'll ask him to take us to Nar Shaddaa. It's just I got weirded out by seeing Jet there, and then Tazi wasn't understanding the danger we were in. So I got frustrated and I let that get away from me. So that's on
Who's
me.
Jet? Who's Jet?
Jet, so I'll tell you what, I'll come tell you the story in a minute. I'm going to get Tazi flying us towards Nar Shaddaa, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And Corell goes over to the gunnery pod and knocks on the, like she used to do with KO all the time ago.
It's open.
Yeah, I know, but it just seemed rude to just stick my head down and go Tazi, and just I never liked to surprise KO when he was in here, and I figured that would kind of be, can you take us to Nar Shaddaa?
Sure.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Are you okay? Did you get hit?
I'm fine.
Okay. Thanks, Tazi. And Curl stands back up and heads towards the towards sickbay.
And
Alright.
as she walks away, Tazi climbs out of the gunnery pod and shuts the pod door, and then goes back into the cockpit and sits down and starts entering in coordinates.
You get everything. Enter to head to Nar Shadad.
And before Tazi engages the hyperdrive, he will put a call out to the comm. All right, course engaged for Nar Shaddaa. Are we ready?
All set.
All right, everybody strap in.
Ship hits hyperspace. A1's going to try to make a mechanics check on D4. So he didn't roll well. So he manages to just repair one whole point of damage. So he only had one success. But he also is looking at the arm. He's got a roll to try to repair that. Seriously. So I just rolled 5 yellow dice versus 3 purple dice. I have 2 failures, 3 advantages. So A1 works for a while. Then after his attempts, he looks over at Corell. I think we're gonna just need a new arms.
Well, Nar Shaddaa is a good place to get them. Anyway, so like I was saying, Jet was, when I was a Padawan back on Coruscant, he was a Coruscant guard basically. He worked for the planetary militia, and well, we went in to go. My master and I went in to go, and I'm trying to be completely fair about this, okay? There was a smuggling ring that we found. Weapons, stims, spice, and also not only droids, but slaves. So sentient beings of all kinds. And it turns out that it had gone under kind of the wire for so long because our buddy Jet, who I had trusted up until that point, because he had been with us before, apparently he had been turning a blind eye and been taking payments, and he was there. So when everyone resisted and he kind of got caught in the crossfire, and he was shooting at us, and I had to disarm him because I didn't want to just kill him. And that's how he lost most of his hand. And he managed to get out. I didn't ever tell anybody that I saw him there, but he's a deserter from the Coruscant militia, and so he probably doesn't really. Yeah, he saw me, and that's probably why he sent all those people to die, because I don't think that D4 and Tazi were on stun, so.
I don't think anybody told D4 to be on stun, and it's hard to stun somebody with a sword.
I know, I'm not blaming anybody, it's just, I was just trying to lead everybody away so we could get out of here without more people dying, and it just seemed to make it worse, so. But that's why I was trying to get us out of there, so. D4 will find you some arms, or maybe see if we can find somebody better than we are to fix what you got. I'm sorry.
That is one of the dangers of being with the crew. I accept the danger. I accept the outcome. It is an inconvenience, as it will make things more difficult when it comes to working with you, or I should say on you. If you would like, I could make a assistance with your injuries.
No, I think I'm gonna sit with them a while. Thanks.
Curious?
You guys get some rest. And you see Corell turns and heads off towards her quarters, and you can see like the definite shot marks on her back.
Perfect. All right. You guys get to. Oh, let me start. Sorry. Is there anything else you guys would like to do on the trip to Nar Shaddaa? It's not a long trip because it's all hut space. It's not
Mhm.
a super far trip.
No, Tazi is sulking in the cockpit.
Okay. After being in the
Sulking,
back
I
and
say
having.
sulking and sobering up. We'll put it that way.
All right. As you're doing that, after A1 has a conversation with Krell, he rolls up to the cockpit. Hi.
Hey,
Then he rolls over. Hold on. Let me back that up. Is Tazi leaning back in the chair, kind of almost feet up on the desk type position, or how is Tazi
yeah, I mean,
currently?
yeah, I mean, he's in his usual like, I think he's in what we would consider his usual like hyperspace. Oh, excuse me. Whew, out of nowhere, hyperspace travel like positions. Yeah, his chair's kicked back a little bit. His feet are like on the corner of the console. Um, he's just got one eye on the sensors and like one eye like half open.
Right. So A1 sees you that way, rolls up, says, hi.
Hey,
Then he rolls up to you, and you see him lean forward. He takes his dome, slides it underneath one of your hands, and slides up and just presses his dome against you. And then he turns his dome so his optics looking at you and goes, I didn't mean to dismiss you to the turret. I just didn't think you were in the right state to be flying.
no, I wasn't mad about it. I mean, I wasn't. I took the stim, but I wasn't quite 100%. So I mean, I understand. I wasn't mad.
And he leans back, then just rolls over to the co-pilot spot that he normally sits in, and
Mm-hmm.
says, all right, just making sure.
You know, I just, I don't know. Apparently, I criffed off Corel. So I guess I'll figure that out later. Mm,
I don't think you did.
Nothing new.
No, I think she got scared.
Why?
Because somebody could have recognized her from her past and put us in trouble.
Well, I mean, I understand that she was worried about that, but she didn't really explain much of that at all. Just kind of started telling us all to leave, which is fine.
Yeah,
I mean, if we need to leave, that's fine. But, you know, again, I don't know. I felt like I did something wrong, and I didn't think I did anything wrong, but that's fine.
my talk with her says you didn't do anything wrong.
Or and
Yeah,
it's again, it's fine. We'll get to Nar Shaddaa. We'll do whatever we're gonna do there. And
all right. We
do you know what we're doing there?
we gotta pick up our pod we left there, um, and then I don't think we should stay long. I think we should get home.
Well, I knew we had to pick up our pod eventually, but I didn't know if there was a reason other than the pod that we were going to Nar Shaddaa.
Nope. That's all I know.
All right.
Let's pick up our pod. Let's go home. And then when we get home, we can try to figure out D4's arms. They're not working. I can't
No.
fix them.
Oh,
Either can
well,
Corral.
maybe we can figure something out. Nar Shaddaa. I mean, if anybody's going to have arms that'll work for our D4, it'll be an Nar Shaddaa. So
Yeah,
we'll
that's
probably
possible.
pay a pretty credit for him. But
You know, we could have some fun and acquire them.
I get where you're going at it with this, buddy. But again, I don't know that that's We'll think about it. How about that? We'll talk about that.
All right.
We'll talk about that. We're not gonna. I won't just say no right now. We'll talk about it. Let's see. Let's see how much these arms are gonna cost us first.
All right, we'll do. And then he plugs in to get recharged.
Right. And as he plugs in, Tazi will kind of like settle back in the seat and like again, he's got one eye on the console, but you can see that eye starts to close.
He's gonna let you sleep.
And soon after that, you have that the soft lyrical sound of Tazi snoring. How do you snore with no nose? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's never caused a problem for you before, but you know, apparently today you just sounded like a murloc or something.
Well, I was just thinking about that because, typically if you're snoring, it's because there's, the epiglottis is in the way and such. And if you don't have a nose, do you really have that? Because you don't have the sinuses, you don't have the nasal passages and sinuses there.
Oh. Yeah, well,
I'm just,
maybe somebody who's a doctor that listens to us can tell us the science behind it.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously,
Weird.
that's
No,
all.
weird,
We're gonna find that out for season 3. Obviously.
weird places my brain went when I was considering the Tazi snores. So,
No worries. All right, you guys make it to Nar Shaddaa then, unless there's.
yeah, we can definitely move on.
Right.
I think there's a cut scene as we're going through hyperspace that cuts back to Carell in her quarters, and she's just like during the entire trip, she's just sitting there meditating on what just happened, trying to figure out what happened and why she reacted the way she did.
All right. So you guys get to Nar Shaddaa. You go to the spot where your pod is. You can get that picked up, and then land at a spaceport. Head into town looking for parts for D4. Who's
Yeah.
going to go look for the parts?
I think it probably makes the most sense for our engineer and our junior engineer maybe to go look for the parts.
Chief inventor and chief engineer.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
not
That's true.
junior engineer. Dear
Nope,
Lord.
you are absolutely right.
All right. So A1 and Corral head out to a local parts
I
dealer.
think so. Yeah.
All right. You find a local parts dealer here in town. Let's go with Henry's Droids Imperium.
Okay.
You walk in and there's a weak way standing there. You walk in. Oh, hello, my friends. Come in, please, please. What can I do for you?
Is D4 with us?
Nope, he stayed on the ship.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we are looking for some parts to repair one of our other droids. A1, can you give him the list?
A1 produces a list for me and goes, oh, this, let me go check. Then he stops and turns around. 2 right arms? Don't you mean a right and a left?
No, 2 right arms, actually.
Okay. He goes in the back. You can hear him moving some boxes around. He comes out. Yep, you're in luck. I have both and the rest of the parts. 6,000 credits.
6,000?
Yes.
Are you making that out of cortosis?
Well,
We were not. I mean, look at this one. They don't even match. I'll give you 4,000 for them.
you try to roll a negotiation check.
Yeah, and I'm really bad at
Alright.
it. So
All right. So you're gonna roll against his. Let me take a look. Red and 2 purple.
yeah, this is not gonna end well for me unless I really luck out. Well, I mean, that goes there. Oh. Okay. A success with 4 threats.
Okay. So I say with the threats, he's willing. You can tell he's willing to deal a little bit. He goes, 4,000. No. I'm sorry. Go as low as maybe 5,000.
5,000. I mean, you're asking me to sell my firstborn to repair a droid that I don't even care about at this point. I mean, what kind of droid just has 2 right arms? Why not have a left and a right arm like a normal thing? 4,500.
It's your droid. I don't know.
Oh,
But I will
I'm
tell
just
you that
hired. I'm the hired help here. So,
he stops and
4,500.
looks. He stops and looks at hired help. Then maybe I should talk to the owner. And he turns and looks at A1, who looks at him and immediately goes, "No, nope. I don't own any droid or sentient being." Oh well, 4750. Final offer. I cannot go any lower.
Bro leans
Listen,
down to A1. It's like, what do you think, boss?
you want, I mean, do we have that much?
Barely, but yeah.
Can we really afford that, or
I mean, we're not going to be eating very well for the next few weeks, but maybe if we can find another job, we can always just do one arm.
I mean, we could. We could do. I mean, it's your call. You're the one that does all the money.
I don't do all the money. You usually have all the money.
I don't usually have the money. You guys have the money.
Well, it's because you always lose all the money.
I'll lose it. I just invest it poorly.
Right. And maybe we should go invest it poor. I mean,
We
Carell
could.
turns to him. It's like, all right, fine. 4750 it is.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. He hands you the arms and the parts.
And Carell just kind of like slings a bag of parts over one shoulder and kind of juggles both arms. Not like literally juggling them, but like
Right.
gets them in her arms in a manner in which she can walk without too much of a problem. All right, let's go.
Listen, have a nice day.
Thank you.
A1 turns and looks at you. Well done, I think.
I don't know. I've got 250 credits left now. That pretty much took most of the money we got for our job. I mean, admittedly, a lot of that was kind of in trade, but still.
Well, could be worse.
Could be my arms that are missing.
Yeah, that'd probably be more expensive.
I would think so, yeah.
Your comms light up briefly.
Go for A1.
I'm listening in, so.
Any luck?
Yep, we got both. Ooh, and guess what?
What?
We're poor again.
Pardon me while I make my surprise face.
We 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 can't see your surprise face. You're on a comm.
I know, but you've seen it before.
That's fair.
All right, so how broke are we?
Uh,
Tell him 250 credits.
I'm supposed to tell you 250 credits.
Wait, is that how much we actually have, or is that what you were supposed to tell me?
I think that's what we have.
Krell starts walking.
I assumed you guys they were still walking.
Yeah.
There's something you used to pick up on the way there.
No,
Krell gets distracted and wanders into a noodles.
Correction,
we may need to.
240 credits.
We may need to. Might need to pick up a job while we're here. I don't want to do that if we can help it, but we got to refuel.
Yep.
And normally we might be able to use D4 to, apply a little side business, but I don't think he's in any state right now.
Nope. It'd be tough for him to do that right now.
All right, I'll check the holonet. You guys keep your eyes peeled.
All right,
Sensor,
will do.
keep your sensors peeled, your eyes peeled, what have you. See if you can turn up any work.
All right, will do.
Tazi out. And he disconnects the comm.
Krell is in there and orders a two noodles 3 times specials to go, and is waiting for the food.
All right. Food gets there pretty quick. It's noodles. They have most of it pre-cooked. And on my
What?
technical difficulties.
What?
One moment. My screen
Sorry,
clearly dropped
Discord.
out. Oh, now you're back.
Am I back?
You are back.
on.
Okay.
I see you now.
All right. Let me check the
Yep,
stream.
and
here.
cameras are fixed.
Okay.
We're good.
Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know what happened. Discord just kind of went.
I don't
So
know either.
yeah.
All right. While you're getting the noodles, Tazi, you start looking on the HoloNet for a job. There's a knock on the ship. I don't picture ships having doorbells.
I would like to point out that we have had numerous ships that have very expansive doorbells.
I couldn't remember if it had a doorbell or not, but
No, remember the Zahn's mom ship?
oh yeah, that one. Well,
I always like to picture that like the docking bays have like kind of like a contact terminal outside.
yeah, it's probably a comm terminal. So we'll go with that. Somebody hits the comm terminal.
You've reached the Kralit's Fang.
Hello, is this Captain Ensign Tazi?
May I ask who's asking?
My name is Dryden Voss. I was hoping we could talk.
And Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but Tazi's familiar with this name.
Oh,
I thought that
he was in one season. He was at the very end where he had said, we are keeping our eye on this
we
group."
didn't interact
You
with
guys
him.
never met.
We were
him.
never there.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yep, you're right. For some reason, I feel like there was another like Voss character that we dealt with, but no. Okay. I'm. If I may ask, how do you know me?
Your reputation precedes you.
I don't know if I like the sound of that. Yeah, I'll meet you outside.
Thank you.
Tazi hops on the comm real quick to Corel or to Corel and A1.
Go for A1.
Um, a gentleman named Dryden Voss just showed up at the ship, looking to speak. Um,
Oh,
I'm about to step down the ramp to have a conversation with him. Just thought you should both know. I will also let D4 know, even though D4 is a bit out of commission.
all right. We'll be back momentarily.
Yep. Tazi will lean into the repair bay. Oh yeah, D4. There's a Dryden Voss here to see me. Is that name familiar to you?
Uh, 1 second while I check.
I'm actually gonna have Tazi make an underworld check too, because I feel like as much as we have dealt with some people, that name should be somewhat familiar, or at least he might have heard it in
I have
passing.
to look something up. Just a moment.
Um, yeah, Tazi's gonna make an underworld check too when you get a chance to let me know the difficulty.
Yep. Five purple. He is doing everything he can to keep himself not known.
5 purple, dear lord. Okay.
All right. D4's got a bunch of stuff, but D4 was also in a cave
Um,
for a
two
long
six,
time.
two successes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threats.
Okay. Uh, so you have heard through, and D4 did not succeed. Why, D4 is just not having good luck tonight. You have heard
Oh,
the name. He is associated with. Uh, he's associated with dealings with a little bit with the Black Sun, a little bit with the Pikes. He seems to kind of have his hand in a few different things. He kind of pops up every now and then, but you don't know exactly
don't know
too
his
much detail
role.
from.
I don't know his
Yeah,
role. I don't know his rank. I don't know like exactly where he
yeah.
sits in the organization, his
Hmm.
actual notoriety, but the name is familiar.
Correct. Yep.
All right.
So you come down the loading ramp, or as the loading ramp lowers, you see a very well dressed human, uh, and 6'4" roughly, blonde hair, bright blue eyes. His face has a couple of looks like almost um, scars that go up and down his face, but they're very light, so they're not really scars, but the coloration's a little different. He's very well dressed in a black suit with a white shirt. He's leaning against a very expensive speeder. It's kind of very rectangle shaped. It's very large, very expensive, and he's leaning against it. Arms crossed, his right leg up, boot sitting against the door. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me, Captain. I hope that your day is going well.
I mean, it's been interesting so far. What brings you to the ship? What brings you to me?
He smiles, a very charming, endearing smile. I feel that we could perhaps have some business. I've heard about your incredible piloting skills and how you and your crew seem to get things done against great odds. And almost any time somebody's willing to bet against you, you guys manage to survive and to succeed.
I feel like maybe we survive more than we succeed, but I mean, for sure. Um, I guess depending on what kind of work you've got, we might be happy to take it on. But you know, of course, like skill and quality like ours comes at a cost.
He smiles. I hire only the best. I pay the best. It will be
Then you're definitely speaking to the right Duro.
ah, excellent. I have I have done my research and my background check on you, and I do know that you are not friends of the Empire.
No, you could say we have not been looked too highly upon, for sure.
Very well. Then I do need a crew that is subtle, as we don't want to attract their attention.
Mhm.
A crew that will uh, maybe take a few risks. You know, I was impressed with your last run. Going through that Imperial blockade was very gutsy. Not many people would have done that.
How did you find out about that run?
He gets that big smile on his face. As I said, I did my homework.
All right, all right. What's the job?
For now, I suggest that maybe a little rest and relaxation for you and your crew. Perhaps go back to your home, finish the repairs on your old castle. Sorry, your old monastery. I will,
We I'd love to finish the repairs, but we seem to be running a bit short on credits right now. That's why I'm asking about the work.
he smiles. I have already had the necessary supplies sent to your monastery for the repairs. You'll just have to do the work.
No, no, wait,
Those are,
that's not part of the deal. That's gratis, right? You're giving us those supplies. We're not working for those supplies, right?
I like to take care of my friends.
So we're friends.
I'd like to think we are.
Just so you're aware, the our organization doesn't really do friend pricing.
Understandable.
All right, just wanted to put that out there. Wanted to make sure we were both on the same page.
We are. I believe we are.
All right then. So we'll go back to our base, continue our repairs, and then you'll reach out to us when you're ready to divulge details of the job. We haven't agreed to the job, right? This is not an agreement.
Well, I'm hoping this will be the start of a friendship where there'll be several jobs, not just one.
Okay, understood. Well, again, you'll reach out when you've got the details of the job you would like us to do, and then we will negotiate at that time, correct?
Correct.
Sounds great.
I think
Thank
about
you.
that time was when Corel and A1 come walking up.
Thank you so much for the lovely gift of supplies. It'll do a lot to, really strengthen this burgeoning friendship we have.
I appreciate it. As he says that, he sees Corel carrying, you know, two arms and a bag of supplies.
I think Curl's got one arm over each shoulder, and she's got the supplies wearing it like a backpack.
He looks over and smiles. Ah, little trouble with your medical droid?
Ah, just we needed a few extra hands around the ship.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad that our friendship is starting off so well. And he smiles and looks over at Corell. I do hope that we can work together.
Earl kind of shoots a glance over at Tazi. I'm sure that the captain has given you the lowdown on our team, and if he feels that we can work together, then we will be working together.
I'm glad to hear this. He turns, opens up the door to his speeder, and as he puts one foot in, he turns and looks at Tazi. Oh, and just so you know, the Black Sun will leave your planet alone. They no longer have interest in you or the flowers.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Very good to hear.
And he smiles. I hope that our friendship can be one that's prosperous for both of us.
The same, Mr. Voss, same.
I look forward to working with such a distinguished and accomplished crew as yourself, and on such a strong ship. And as he says that, I'm going to flip over a dark side point as a piece of the ship
What falls? Yeah.
falls off.
Does he puts his hand on one of the support struts for the ramp, and it's just like,
And then he gets into his speeder, shuts the door. You see the window roll down as he smiles and just makes a very friendly expression towards Tazi as his speeder
Earl
glides away.
uses one of the robot hands to wave goodbye. I really would like to know what that is, but I think that's a conversation we should probably have indoors. I also, A1's got some noodles for you in his dome.
all right.
Keeping it warm.
Mm-hmm.
It rolls over and pops open his dome.
There's steam coming out of it.
It's your favorite noodle dish from Noodles, which I think was the Womp Rat something stew. I can't remember.
It's the number 6.
Yeah, it's a number 6. It's got the long stringy pieces of womp right in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost indistinguishable from the noodles.
Did you get an order of tincture shells?
When I go to noodles without getting you the tincture shells?
I just wanted to make sure.
Of course I
all.
got the
Thank
tincture
you.
shells.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So you can tell me all about it over dinner.
That sounds great.
I think from there you guys get on the ship. Corell and Tazi have dinner. Tazi can relay the conversation to Corell about what he just talked about with your guys' new friend. And then heading to your home base.
Yeah, I think so. And
Perfect.
I think go ahead.
You guys head off and head back to your home planet. When you get there, you come out of hyperspace, and there you see the old monastery, and out in front are several crates that have been dropped off in front. And you land the ship, and A1 rolls out, pops open the first crate, and there's supplies to repair the ship and the monastery.
You explained it, but I still feel very weird about this whole something for nothing type of gig. You know?
Yep.
What's he gonna want?
Mike, you're on mute.
I'm sure this is not nothing.
I guess we'll find out.
Did you do we know anybody that can fix the D4? Like, do you know somebody? Do you have somebody in mind already?
I can reach out to our friend who gave us the last job. I'm sure he knows somebody.
All right. Why don't you do that when we get inside? Let's get that going as soon as we can.
Yeah, I'll see how quickly they can get here.
Perfect. And I think that's a good spot to end.
Yeah, I think that is. And that is not only the end of the episode, that is the end of season 2. We'd like to thank everybody who's put up with us during season 2. We've had a lot of scheduling issues as this year has been insane, as I'm sure all of you know. We want to thank everybody who's in the audience tonight. We were raising money also for the ACLU. We raised $25 tonight, thanks to a very generous donation from Zach's. Thank you so much for coming and checking us out. For those of you who are listening to the podcast later, I would also like to apologize because I was slacking big time on getting these out. So I will try and be better about that in season 3. Speaking of season 3, you will be looking for us early next year. I think we are aiming for February. But we'll start posting on socials a couple weeks before we launch. So keep an eye on it, and we will let you guys know. Michael, where can people find you on the interwebs during this downtime?
Well, during the downtime, you can find me on various productions across the stellar web, across the internet. Oh boy, what a day! You can find me on the show Tubular Teens with Titans, which is an audio drama that is based on Power Rangers or inspired by the Power Rangers. Um, Also, recently won the Minneapolis Web Fest Award for the Best Science Fiction Podcast of 2024. So please do give that a listen. That's on your podcatchers. Again, it's Tubular Teens with Titans. Um, and yeah, that's my big one right now. This and that. You can
What
also
about
see me. You can also see me on Wednesdays at Return to Greyhawk, which has come back on the Encounter Online channel on Twitch. And again, you can look for Return to Greyhawk on Twitch, and that should come up there as well.
Chris?
Excellent. You can find me on a couple Discords. This one, the RPG Academy. Also, starting in January sometime, I am going to be on a new show called Tabletop Digest with Michael Ross, who we used to do Detention on the RPG Academy. We're relaunching it and rebranding it over on Tabletop Journeys. We're going to do some theme shows. We're going to do one where we do our drafts, where we might draft different characters for different groups. We're going to do some cool things talking about how current movies or TV shows look just like role-playing games to us and how we would play those games and GM them. And I have guests on, and we're going to do a couple different shows. It's going to be a little different. We're relaunching it, but Michael and I like talking to each other, so we're going to move over there with Lee Winika and Josh. I'll still be doing some stuff with the RPG Academy. They're moving to a little bit more short form content, so look for me in 20-minute bursts instead of hour to 2-hour bursts.
A little more your speed, anyway.
Yep, at my age it happens. But otherwise, I don't do a lot of other social media other than just Discord, because most people on Discord are very cool, and I like hanging out with everybody here. Where can we find you, Kaylee?
Well, you can also find me in the aforementioned Tubular Teens with Titans. Also, one other thing I forgot that Michael forgot, and I just remembered it thanks to a Discord message I just got, is on December 10th, I believe, over on the Identico channel. We will be taking part in a Christmas tradition, Merry Heistmas.
Yes.
It is a very fun Christmas-based one-shot in the Identico world. So we're currently in the planning stage of that. The Caleb G himself will be running the game for us, with myself, Michael, and other players giving voice to some fun and chaotic characters. So take a look, or keep your eyes open for that. That's where you'll be able to find me most likely most of the time before the rest of the year if my brain doesn't melt from my side job. But anyway, we wanted to thank everybody here who tuned in tonight, everybody who's listening. Thank you all for listening in podcast land as well. And thanks for John and Rue and all the folks at Rook and Rasp for giving us a home. And we also have some surprises set up for season 3, and you'll hear more about them in the next few months. Until later, have a good night, everybody, and
Thanks, everyone.
happy holidays.